Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited you're here with me today. I got some fun things. Well, I finished the Mega Tag Book. I call it Mega Tag Book because these tags are 8.5 by, let me see, I got to do it where it's not so much ruffles, by about 6. So 5.5, 6. So they're big tags, and I've made a book, and this was using Chrislana Crafts by Christy over there on Etsy. Oh, she's not on Etsy. Sorry, she's on Ko-fi, K-O-F-I, and we've talked about it a lot. Hopefully, if I remember, I'll write it in the description box, but I don't have a direct link. So I wish I could, but we couldn't figure out how to get one. We tried and tried, and we just couldn't get it to work. So anyway, I thought I'd share this with you, and then we're going to make, so don't go anywhere, because this will just take a couple minutes. We're going to make a holder for it, a pocket or a holder, purse, whatever you want to call it, for the tag book. So I thought you guys might have some. We're going to make, use an Amazon package. I have tons of these. I get them all the time. I've got hundreds of them. Well, maybe not hundreds, but a lot. And we're going to use some more of the Chrislana Crafts digitals from her kit. And the kit is the Souvenir de Printemp. Souvenir de Printemp. It's a regular and tall kit from Chrislana Crafts. Okay, so let's get busy and show you what we've already completed. It's all done. And then I'm going to make a bag to put it in, so a storage bag, something you could keep it in, right? So that's what we're going to do. And for those of you who hasn't maybe made one, it might be fun for you to see how I do it. So let me move that off to the side. I'm going to make sure I'm in camera. I haven't made a lot of videos lately, so I'm a little, takes a little bit. Alrighty, so here we go. So we this is a satin and chiffon ribbon with gold, beautiful gold thread through it. One of my very favorite ribbons to use. Okay, and so then it has big rings, and these rings are, for those of you who are new to this, I think these are the 1.5. I'm going to say they're 1.5. I have bigger ones. I have the 2-inch. Yeah, definitely 1.5, and I have the smaller ones. So I have the 3 sizes. I've shown them in the other video where we're making this. All the information on that part of it is there for size and everything, right? And like I said, these are, I think I said, what, 8.5 tall tags? 8 3/4. Okay, so these are big girls. And this is our cover. I may stand up to do this so that I can show you all the bits and pieces. And you could see I have stickled that. We have roses, we have pearls, we have vintage laces here. Well, this one's not vintage. This one I have in my shop. And then we have all those beautiful pieces, and we've got this lovely trim. And then, so that's our cover. I kept it very kind of simple, neutral, but it's got enough. We also have on all the edges of the pages, I have charms. So this is a rose charm. This one's silver, and they're all different colors. And they all hang, so, throughout the whole thing. So however many pages are is how many charms there are. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 charms and 8 pages, okay? Now, I printed this on, the original base pages are printed on a parchment 65-pound copy paper, cardstock. And so when you open it up, you'll see the inside has a pocket. I did a lace belly band that I made. Several layers of lace, a vintage little tiny hand crocheted doily, miniature doily, I don't know what you want to call it. One of the ladies and a couple of appliques. And then I took one of the cards from the kit, one of the pictures, and I cut it out and I put vintage lace, pearls, and a little bow. Okay, so that is what's in there. Then you move on. And it is hand stamped, and then I inked the edges with Victorian velvet. So we have the pink one, which I did this one on, again with vintage lace, and it's got a lovely rose that is rose gold, copper. And I've left these blank. You could write in it, put pictures on it, add pockets to it, whatever you want. I did not add any pages between. This is a card book, a tag book. So if you want to make it a journal, just add some papers in between and you got it made, right? So it depends on what you want to do with it. Then we have this one, which I think we did in a video, and she has a beautiful butterfly. And this butterfly is done with some beautiful, what are these called? I can't think of the name of them. Swarovski crystals. So I thought that would be pretty on there. And hold on a minute, you guys. I find this room dark. The camera's adjusting, but for me and my vision, 1 minute. Hold, please. I'm gonna open some drapes. It was hot today, so I had everything kind of closed to keep the heat down. But I think it's important to get us some light in here so I can see what I'm showing you. A little dark for me. It might be okay. Camera's good. It fixes it. But, you know, I need to see what I'm doing. There we are. I don't know if it made any difference for you, but anyway, I was showing you that last charm. There it is. That's pretty if it catches the light, which I was trying to get it to do. It's full of Swarovski crystals. Anyway, so this is the next page. And again, and I've stamped different stamps on there. The rose is on every page because that's my signature. It's on all my work. But I use different corner stamps on each one. I love this. This is probably my all-time favorite page. I didn't put any sparkles on her because I felt like there was enough bling. You know, we have that crown again. I've used the crown in a couple things now. I've used 2 of them and I have a box of 25, so I'm really happy. So yeah, there's that crown. And it's Swarovski crystals again. And we have a little rose, a gold rose on this page. This is all gold here. This is kind of a champagne gold. So I thought she was pretty. Was there one in between? Yeah, I knew I felt like I did. Yeah, okay. So then this page, isn't she pretty? Oh, this has some sparkle in it. I didn't add it. It came that way. It's got some gold threads wound in it. Man, it's a stunner in person. I wish I could get you to, you might be seeing it. I don't know. But we've got pearls and we've got a beautiful piece of bling right here. More pearls. This is vintage. And we have another butterfly. This one's in gold with the Swarovski crystals. Quite pretty. Okay. Then we have this one. A lot of pearls. This is very, and then we've got this new bling that I have. Well, it's not new. I've had it in my stash for clear back to my scrapbooking days, but it's never gotten used. It's a very sort of peachy pink roses, and it has the diamante around the edges, so it's sparkly. And then we have a cameo with some diamante around the edges. Vintage laces all up and down. And this one has a pretty little bow on the edge. Again, with some more crystals. I don't even know if I can, hold on, I don't even know if I can get this on here right. There we go. I should be able to pull it up to the camera now. See it sparkle? It's pretty. So that's on there. I try to use a different one on each page. No 2 are the same. This is the back page. And so I added a pocket from the kit, put some vintage lace over it, sparkled it up, cut out one of the kits, added some vintage lace on the edges, some appliques, put it in the pocket. This is all Chris Lana Crafts. And then it has another beautiful little rose. Then you turn it over and this is your back page. You have the vintage lace and a velvet strip and my signature. And there you have the tag book. Isn't that lovely? Lots of work went into that with all the details and all the pretty little bits and things that I added. So like the dangle lace here, this is vintage wedding dress there. So I tried to add vintage mixed in with the newer and create a lovely little tag book for you. Okay, I've been standing. I got to sit now. Okay, hold on a minute. Whew. Okay, just got back from my doctor appointment, so thought I'd do a quick video. So let's do this. You'd be proud of me. Makeup, hair, dressed up. Well, as dressed up as I could get. I have kind of these palazzo cami pants. You know, the one that comes to your mid ankle only, or mid calf, but I'm either almost down to my ankles, so kind of cute. Okay, so all right, I've got that done. So now it's tied up. Now the question is, what do we want to put it in? I want to put it in something. Got all these pretty dangles on the edges. And it's looking good, but I thought maybe we could make a pouch. Yes, that's what we're going to call it, a pouch. I should write that down because, you know, I lose my words. I have this notes for this thing, and I'm thinking I'm going to add a dangle. Now, whether I put it here or I put it up here, I don't know, but I'm going to make a kind of a cream colored dangle using like some of these kind of pieces. These are satin ribbons, chiffon. I got to see what else I have in my stash. I want to add it, but I'm not sure what else. I'm going to add some pinks maybe and greens. We'll see what it calls for when I get going on it, because I want to do that. And then there'll be the pouch. If someone's interested, let me know. So I thought we would take this. Now this is measuring 12 by 9 by 12. In order to fit this, I tried cutting, excuse me, my nose is itching like crazy. Took my meds, didn't help. Tried to cut it down, but I just found it to be too difficult to get it in and out without big rings, right? I tried the smaller rings. The pages wouldn't turn at all. So smaller rings wasn't going to cut it. So yeah, they're kind of big and ridiculous. Oh, I ripped that, darn it. That's what I get for being sassy here and not paying attention to what I'm doing. That's all right. We'll put a piece of lace there or an applique or something. We'll cover it up. No biggie. It was such a nice treat for me today to get out, even though we had to go to the doctor. It's an hour plus away, so it's back up into the city I was born and raised in, which it's always fun for me to go up there. The minute we hit the edge of the area that I grew up in, I'm like, oh, I'm home. Something just, I mean, although I've lived here for over 30 years, 35 years, 36 years, I was born and raised elsewhere, and we lived there for 30 years. Well, 29 years. So yeah, I miss home, but I don't miss now. It has so much traffic, so many people, pollution, crime. You know, that part's not good. And that's why we left there, because even 35 years ago, there were so many crimes against children that we did not want our children being raised there. We were scared all of the time for them because the little girl was kidnapped right out of her home around the corner from us. So we said, that's it. We're getting out of here. And I don't know if they ever caught that guy, but he was called the red car rapist, and he would snatch kids literally right out of their front yard while mom was on the other side of the screen door. He was a bad, bad man, and they couldn't catch him. I mean, we all tried hard. We all watched out for him. I mean, there was a major manhunt for this guy, but the big problem was no DNA. So we moved our children where we are in a small farming community, farming and cattle community, and well, it was small at the time. There wasn't anything here at all. I mean, literally, my husband's boss lived down here on a ranch, so he talked us into coming down here, and so, you know, we've been here ever since, but, you know. Okay, now, I've ripped these pages, so you've seen how to do that. Successfully, unsuccessfully. I could have cut them, but I didn't want to get up and go back to the printer. I'm going to use a Victorian velvet to edge this, because I am using the pinks. I predominantly decided that this particular kit, I wanted to pick up on the florals. I wanted this to be very garden-like. I don't usually do a lot of garden pieces, so with the ladies were here with the gardens, I was like, ooh, this is gets me back to my roots, you know. I used to do a lot of botanical butterflies, all that stuff, you know, birdies. But then I found the ladies, and I was like, no longer interested in using those. And I kind of like that the edges are a little bit scrumply. Kind of made up my own word. Crumply, scrumptious. Kind of a hot mess. I like that. I look old, which I want it to do. Now I'm wondering if I want to just take the edge off of these. So how is everybody? Are you all good? Hopefully you're having a good week. I don't know when you see this, because I could not make my normal video the day I would have normally made it. I could not. I was having a rough day, so I didn't make it. And then, of course, I had my doctor appointment. So I'm home, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and make it now and see if we can get it up for tonight, if we can. I have no idea if you're going to see this on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So we'll see. YouTube's letting me know they're not happy with me. So my analog numbers are through the floor. And it takes forever now to get anything loaded, because we're not doing our regular. If you're doing regular videos for everybody, you get preference. because you're a regular contributor. And I am a regular contributor. I just haven't been able to be lately. Now, what I thought I would do is I would take the front and I would make it this way, right? But I wanted that on the back. So I think no matter how you look at it, it'll be pretty, you know? So I think that would be okay. So what I'm going to do is, obviously, this is not going to cover the page. I need to cover this page. So, and I could turn this inside out, which I was going to do, but look what I noticed. The inside of the Amazon bag has all these wrinkles and weird things, and I was thinking, that's going to be difficult, you know, to do anything with. Maybe I could. I mean, it'll have a little bit of a ripple, but that might be okay. Whoever gets it might not mind it, right? So let's see. Let me see if we can do this. Let me get my little bone folder. What's everybody up to? Is it hot where you are? Everybody's complaining about heat and rain. I know my son is in Arizona. It's 110, and there were monsoons all around him as he was driving home from work yesterday when he was talking to me on the phone. He's talking to me as he goes home. He does hands-free. In Arizona, it's legal to drive and talk. So he was talking to me on his cell, hands-free, and he works in Phoenix but lives in a little tiny town, which I won't say where because his wife doesn't want anybody to know where they are. So I'm not allowed to show my grandchildren either, or I would, because they're beautiful babies. I would love to share them with you, but you know, what are you gonna do? I got in trouble for doing that, so I don't blame her. You can't be safe enough these days, really. I mean, there's so much weirdness in the world. Okay, so let's go like this. And this. My son wouldn't care if I show him because he's a public figure and has, you know, does a lot of public speaking and motivational speaking and stuff. But in addition to his regular work, Bible study, he leads a men's Bible study. You know, he's pretty active out there in the internet world. So that's no problem, but I just can't show the kids or say where they live exactly unless I'm chatting with someone on a private message or something like that, but not for the whole world to look at a video. You know what I mean? Not safe. So anyhow, all right, so let's try this. I'm not going to glue it together until I have it. Oh, sorry, my nose is itching me to nuts. I blew it before I watched the video and I took my meds, but not helping. I'm thinking this would work. Now, this is from Rachel at Roxy Creations, and these are her wormy papers, and I ordered packs and packs of these because they're falling apart. You can see. They're just getting really bad. And I want to make sure there's nothing like exciting on there. They all look the same. These are from the 1600s. Why they're so damaged. I explain how she freezes them and gets rid of all the bugs and stuff when she gets them. And they are getting a second life here because otherwise these would normally, in Italy, they would be thrown away. And I think the fact that we've inked it and we've done the brown there, or red on the edge. Let me get, of course I'm using the wrong color. I want to, like any place that it is, I would like to, let me see about cutting. I'm going to get rid of this bottom. Or I could leave it and just get rid of the top because it looks so cool. What do we think? Should we leave the holiness? Your holiness? Yeah, maybe we'll just cut the top off and see what we think. Kind of would like to keep that title and use it in something. You know what I mean? It would be kind of fun. I'm pretty sure you do know what I mean, which is why I say that. Uh-oh. Okay, let's try it this way. This rips easily, but it doesn't. It's funny. It is rag paper for sure, which is why the reason the bookworms love it. There is such a thing as a bookworm, and they love their books, literally. They eat them and eat them and eat them. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that last bit. I was hoping to rip it all the way, but that is not happening. I don't want to damage the paper anymore. Okay. Uh-oh. I feel a dull spot in my scissors again. I must have glue on the edge. Okay, so let's see. I think I'll put that edge there because I'd probably be putting what do you call it? Not roses. Well, maybe lace. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I had to get up early. I was actually sleeping for a change. I never ever sleep, and I was sleeping this morning. Of course, I had to get up early to do the drive and make the appointment. So I did not want to miss my appointment with my specialist. I'm not going to ink this because it is naturally patinaed. Not happening. Alrighty, so let's do this here. I'm probably gonna, I get nervous about gluing this stuff on, you know? All right. Now you could use digitals to cover it. You can use scrapbook paper. You can use wrapping paper. You could use a newspaper, whatever you want to use. Packaging paper, whatever would cover it best for you. I'm not going to use a glue stick, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, which I should have turned it upside down right when I started the video. What have I got here? I've gone over. I'm a little over. Okay, well, I'd rather trim it than... Okay, I'd rather trim it. So let me see. Maybe we could just do like half at a time. Now, I have to say, this glue has been giving me fits. I did put pure acetone in here to thin it out. That's how you thin Fabri-Tac. I've never, ever, in all the years I've had Fabri-Tac, never had it get thick on me, ever. Never, ever. And so this year, it is just thick, 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 thick. I probably need to break out a new bottle and add it to that, because it seems like when I do that, it does really well. So I'm going to put it on the paper itself, not on this. And, yeah, I actually tried to curl my hair today. It did not want to. Now that I let it go gray, you know, and I have to tell you, I let my hair go gray and I hate it. Hate it, hate it. It's not gray, it's white. It's not pretty. My mom used to have the most beautiful salt and pepper hair. Oh my gosh, I loved my mom's hair when I was, you know, of course I grew up with her being gray her whole life. She turned gray at 19. I started getting my grays in at 16, which was crazy. So I've always colored my hair. Well, being ill, I've not wanted to color my hair, but I do not like it this color at all. I feel very old, tired, and worn out when I see myself. This makes me feel old. So I think I'm going to go back to it. Actually, I'm going to go with a pretty color called titanium, which is kind of a silver or a gunmetal color. It's shiny, it's beautiful. It sort of has a purple hint to it. I don't know. I'm going to go trendy, I think. And if I don't like that, I can always have my stylist weave in some dark and some light and, you know, give it some highlight. But I'm going to try doing it myself. I went to beauty school, as I've told some of you before. We called it beauty school then. Cosmetology in high school for 2 years. I was going to finish up get my license. I didn't take my final test because we found out I was allergic to the chemicals. I couldn't handle the chemicals. Oh, I got horrible blisters on my hands, even with gloves. Gave me migraine. Oh, it's just not a good thing. So I had to give up on the whole being a cosmetologist, which was tough because I spent 2 years studying and pretty much knew right away, but didn't say anything to anybody. And it just kept getting worse. And finally, my teacher figured it out. And she said, you can't. You just can't. You're going to hurt yourself. It could kill you. So I did not become a cosmetologist. So anyway, isn't that pretty? Okay, now I don't know if I want the bottom straight or if I'm going to want to round it. Okay, I've got glue here, which I'm sure I will ink, but just in case I don't, I'm going to use the glue erasers. These work great on your glue to get it off. If you get it at the right time, not too soon and not too early and not too late, you can get your glue off, right? So that works really well. We do sell these in our shop right now. We're on vacation until July 1st, but once it's open again, we do have these glue squares, okay? We also carry the different sizes and shapes of, let me, hold on, excuse my arm, of the bone folders. We have sizes and shapes of these. I don't think we have these. I think we're looking into these. I don't know if Jolene got these or not. You'll have to look. But in our shop. And for those of you who are brand new and don't know what our shop is, it's called Design, Journal, and Supply on Etsy. If you go over and you like the shop, you hit the little heart, and you like the shop, they'll also give you an option, I believe, to let you know when we are no longer on vacation. It'll send you an email. So if you hit the little button that says, yes, email me when they're back, you can know when the shop's open again, and we're going to have new things in there. Maybe not, I don't know if Jolene's doing things right away, but there will be new things in there, in addition to all the old things. Okay, so we've got the first one on, which is great. And so we would be adding, oh, my nose, pardon me. At least I'm not sniffling as bad. I was thinking we would add this paper, which you really don't see the printing. It sort of wastes the paper, but, you know, it's okay. I'm all right with it. Just this once. And then we can add lace bottom and top down the sides. You know, we make it real pretty. Like we'll match we'll do something pretty that matches that, right? So, isn't that pretty? What a pretty set, right? Okay, I keep saying right. I shouldn't say that. I should try to moderate that a bit. I don't know where I got that. I got into the habit. Now I can't get rid of it. Ugh. Pardonnez-moi. Okay. I want to thank you all for your prayers. And I believe I have gotten better from the last time I spoke to you, thanks to all of you. So thank you for all the good positive thoughts and vibes and prayers and kind thought words and encouragement. It has really helped me get through a really difficult, painful time. I'm doing much better. We still don't know what it is. We have some suspicions. Excuse me a minute. We have some suspicions as to what we think is going on with me, but the doctor's got to run some really extensive specialty tests, one of which I have to do at 8 a.m. in the morning, not 1 minute later, not 1 minute earlier. Weird, right? And I have to be fasting. Oh, yippee. Okay, so I don't know when. My husband went down to the lab to see if we can get an appointment or what we have to do to make sure I get in at 8 no matter what. Because it is a timed blood test. Now, I notice this does not want to stick to this old paper. All the glues kind of resist these old papers. Just got to keep gluing until it sticks, right? Okay, so here we go. It isn't my back, by the way, even though I couldn't walk. And it wasn't my sciatic nerve like we thought it was. Everybody, the regular doctor kept saying that, but he looked at me and said, no, that's not your problem. You got an imbalance, so he's working on that. Okay. He'll figure it out. He's very, very good. He's a specialist. He trains people at Stanford Hospital, which is a big hospital, teaching hospital here in California. We have that one, and UCLA and UCSF. There are 3 big hospitals, and he teaches at all of them. Students come here and work with him and train with him. And he's like this investigator. He comes up with things. He figures out what's wrong with you. He's just a really good internist, endocrinologist. So yeah, that's a big gap there. We are going to need some lace. I think I know what I want to put up there. I do have some really big, I'll pull some laces maybe. See if any of these will work. Let me grab a couple things. Ooh, that. I don't know if that's too wide though. And then I have that. Okay, so we have some big wide lace. But we've got the most done. If I don't like it, I can put a piece of paper over it if lace isn't the thing. Oh gosh. I need more glue. More glue, please. It really is resisting the glue. And I'm surprised it's resisting this glue, because this glue will glue metal and glass and all kinds of fun stuff. So it's kind of strange it doesn't want to glue this. All right, I got a bunch of I've got a bunch of dry wipes to use here. Okay, I did pull out a ledger book and thought we could use maybe a ledger page, but I think my ledger pages, yeah, they're too skinny. They're tall enough, but they're too skinny. So I don't think I'll use a ledger page. I think I'll just use both on both sides, right? All right. So there I go, going right again. Sorry. That's kind of like, right? You know? It's kind of that. That's what I mean when I keep saying right. It's like, you know. You're smart people. Very smart people. And very talented people that all of you. You're all so kind. Thank you so much for being, I am so blessed to have each and every one of you. Really, I am. I love the comments. You're all kind to me. Supportive, caring, wonderful. You've gotten Mr. Greg and I through so much difficulty the last few weeks. It's just, well, last few months since he got shingles. I also think I ran myself down trying to take care of him, and it paid me back royal. But yeah, he's had the worst case of shingles ever. And so he didn't get his test results yet. We're still waiting on those because he needed to take care of me, and he wasn't feeling up to driving up to the big city. He struggled a bit today. His back was really hurting him again. He has the nerve bundle issue. He got rid of the blisters of shingles and all the bad stuff, but now he's got left with nerve bundle pain. And they're trying to find a medication that will work, but one of the medications leaves him dumb as a doornail. Excuse my verbiage, but literally, he just would look at me blank. He didn't understand anything I was saying. He wouldn't respond to my request for help when I needed it. He just was not here. He was completely gone. He said, well, he just flat didn't care about anything. And I said, well, that medicine's got to go. Can't have both of us in a negative space here. And so we got him off that medicine. Ugh, he's back on one of the first ones he was on. That's a little higher than I would like, but it's okay. It'll be all right. It stuck, of course, right away. The one time I want it to not stick, it stuck. Okay. It doesn't discolor the paper. That's why I'm using this. This leaves lines, and the glue stick, you have to press so hard. I worry with all these little holes about it just shredding on me, right? So I think that would be, there I go again. That would be a problem. Well, it's better than a couple of the other things I was saying all the time. So, oh, you get your vernacular going, certain words, and then you forget that you need to try not to use the same words all the time when you're filming. There's a lot to remember when you're filming. It can be exhausting. But we do it because we love it. It's just not as easy as we would like it to be, or we thought it would be. I'm gonna trim this a little bit. I mean, it really seems like it's okay. I'm not trying to make this perfect by any means at all. Oh, I can hear my chimes are going crazy. It's been very windy the last few days. Even though it's been 85, it's been windy. It was up to 95 yesterday, but the winds came in hard and the fog came in last night. Not great for your head, or your body, but it came in and it was kind of nasty. I am going to do a little bit of distressing, where I just cut it, I think. It's just kind of up there. I know we have the pink on here too, but the two colors are beautiful together. They really are. I like the two together. The vintage photo and the distress ink are both. The vintage photo and the Victorian velvet together, they are beautiful. So never hesitate. Now I'm going to talk about sponges for a minute. Do not mix your sponges. And absolutely do not mix your distress ink with your oxides. These are two totally different products. This is water soluble, meaning it reactivates with moisture. This one doesn't. It takes longer. It's very powdery finish, and it is an absolute oxide. So do not use your oxide sponge on your distress ink or vice versa. Do not mix those two, because what will happen is, one, it'll eat your sponge quickly, and you may get a reaction on your paper where your paper falls apart on you. So don't do it, okay? Not a good idea. So change your ink pads, buy extras. I mean, usually they come in a big pack anyway. You usually don't just get one, except that when you buy them. See, when you buy them like this, I know it comes with one. But a lot of them will have like a 4-pack with it, or you can go get like, I think it's a dozen or more. Just change your pad. Don't be lazy. I've got them in all, like, see, I have them in colors. To me, it was worth it, because I do a lot of it. Now, if you don't do a lot, of course, I get it. Well, then get a couple. Just get a couple so you can change. And you can have more fun with your ink pads, right? Because, I mean, you can get more ink pads and do more colors, be much more creative if you're not worrying about that. Because I usually use distress inks, but every now and then I will find something, a color I like in an oxide, right? So And then I did label these so that I could, and I store these upside down to keep your pad moist. People say, oh, you don't need to. Yes, you do, unless you want to constantly replace your ink pads. Of course, they don't want you to turn it upside down, but I've got to tell you, I've had some of these ink pads for 10 years, and they're still in beautiful condition. Okay, so, all right, that's enough. I've lectured you plenty. Did I do that? I did. I put that one upside down. I wasn't paying attention. Did you guys see me do that? Well, it's right side up over here. That's right side up over there. Excuse my, I need to make sure everything's okay. My granddaughter's out and about today. Okay, yep, my granddaughter's out and about with her godmother, her Nina. And they are traveling to Santa Cruz today to look at her godmother's, or godsister's apartment, because she didn't get into the school housing this year for college, the college housing. So she's got to get an apartment in Santa Cruz. Oh my gosh, the rents are crazy over there for college students. They usually have to have like 20 roommates, which I think everybody that didn't get in that she roomed with last year, I think they're all going to go in together. So they all went apartment hunting today. And my youngest granddaughter got, not my youngest, Jolene's youngest, got to go with them, with her godmother and godsister, to look today. So, and mom and dad, mom had to go because she had to say, yeah, you know, cosign if they like the apartment. You got to grab it like immediately. You like don't have time to decide if you're going to take something in Santa Cruz, California. You know, that's where the beach boardwalk is and the big beaches, but there's also UCSC over there. So it's a big college, very popular. I forget what Ariana's studying. I have to ask. I think she's going to be a physical therapist. No, oh, no. She's going to be a psychologist major. Whatever that is. I don't know what the title. Now, I like to use this, but I think it's too big. I'm going to say, I don't know. It takes care of the top, doesn't it? I don't know. What should we do here? What should we do? My hubby's on the phone. I wonder who he's talking to. Here, let me let my granddaughter know everything's okay. Oh, it looks like her godmother sent me the message. Let me just answer the message. Why is it not letting me go there? Oh, made it to Santa Cruz. Oh, she sent me a picture of the girls at lunch. I love her daughter, Ariana. She is the most responsible young woman you've ever met in your life. Oh, sweet. She takes care of everybody, including her mom and dad. So anyway, she's a good role model for my granddaughter. I don't know. That's not bad. What do you think? It's kind of too much, really. It overdoes it. I love it, though. Definitely has to be on a very specific kind of project because it's really big. I ordered it, and I saw the measurements, and I thought, well, I need some bigger things, you know. But then you get it, and you're like, whoa, that was bigger than I thought. But that's okay. We put it back in its package before I lose it. Maybe something like this. This is interesting. If it'll come out of the packaging. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Where is this? Is it here? Yeah, there's a pin right there. The only thing I was upset when I got a lot of these, they were missing half their yardage. I was so mad. Oh my gosh, it wasn't all there. They charged me for like 13 yards and there were 7. Ooh, look at that. What do you think of that? I like the balls. Pardon me, excuse me. I don't mean it, you know. The golden balls. The bling balls. The bling gold. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to cut this very carefully with my little scissors. And, oh, I love it. I see it kind of hides, but you sort of see the paper behind it, and that's okay. I think I could put it on both sides, and then I can do something down here. So what do we think? We like that? What time is it? I want to check my time, please. Excuse me. Let me look up. I have to stand up. I should anyway. Doctor said to move. 39 minutes only. Okay, so we've been doing this for 39 minutes. So we got some time. We've got time. Maybe we can finish the project. It's really an easy way. Now we will close this all up once I have it all decorated, just to make sure I don't want to wrap something or do something. I always wait because inevitably, every time I don't wait, it's a nightmare. I mean, how many yards was this supposed to be? 3 yards. Oh, okay, not that much. Oh, because it's expensive with all these little gold doohickeys on here. I think I'll put it, oh, do I want to put it on the lace? Yeah, maybe I should put it on the lace. Okay, let's turn it over. Let's see if we can get some out of the bottle. It's cold, and we've had the air conditioner on, and it's been hot at during the day, but the house is cool because we have the air conditioner on. I can't handle heat, so my house is cool. We actually got a special exemption from the power company, so I can use my heat and my air when I need to and not get charged on tier 1. On the expensive tier, which is tough because if you do it on the expensive tier and you don't get an exemption, it's triple your bill. So with the extension, a special exemption, you get a lot of money off your what we call PG&E. It's our power, gas, and electric company. They handle everything. Because in California, we use gas and electricity. We don't use coal or... I assume we use some hydropower, and wind. I mean, our company's trying to go green more. We kind of have to with the demand for power in California with all the Silicon Valley using so much electricity. Oh my goodness. Where all of our computers are made. Dell and Apple's here, Dell's here. I don't know who else. We always used to have everybody, but a lot of them left California because it's so expensive for them their employees to live, that they went elsewhere, and a lot of the employees went with them. But there's always new technology being developed here. Well, I just saw a good amount of those companies as we were driving on the freeway. Because there are a lot in the area where we used to live. So I do miss what I call home. It'll always be home to me. Even though we've lived here longer. You know, it's where you form your memories as your first home. For the first 30 years of my life, I lived there. And so, you know, my children were born there, and then we moved here for a better life. Their children were, well, my daughter's children were born. One in San Luis Obispo, down by Pismo Beach. And the other one was born here in town, so the younger. My son's children were born in a couple of different places. I think LA, Roseville, Arizona. Oh my goodness. So they all have different points of, depends where my son's job took him is where the kids were born. He's got 4. 2 is enough for me. Thank you very much. He's got 2 girls and 2 boys. Very talented children. They are in theater, dance, gymnastics, play the piano, the guitar. One of them is an artist already. He's already taken art courses, and he's a really good actor. His ability to create a character with voice. I mean, the kid's, 12? Can do the voices, can do the mannerisms. I mean, he studies really hard for the part to decide what that person should look like. He's just amazing, and he remembers his lines like there's no tomorrow. He's a very good actor already, but he doesn't think he wants to be an actor, which is weird. I don't know why he's in theater, but he's the artist. He loves art. He always asks for art supplies for his birthday or Christmas or anytime we just want to spoil him. He always wants something new and exciting. I need to start getting him some of the really fun big kid stuff because he is older. He's the oldest, and he loves the arts. His mama has an art degree. She's a very talented artist. What is this sticking to? Okay, so I see I have a problem with some sticky here. So I think what I'm going to do is whenever I print stickers or something, I have the sticker strips are left over when I cut around something, and I don't throw them away. I do keep them, and I think that they work really well if you need to block out something, or like in this case, this is sticky, and it is causing my folder to stick together, which is going to be a problem here. So this is a little trick. If you remove all the stickers from your Amazon packaging, or whoever you get it from, doesn't have to just be Amazon, but okay, I think I got rid of the problem. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I think I got rid of the problem here. Let's see if I did. Okay. Because every time I move it, it's... Yeah, see, now it's not sticking. Yahoo. Okay. So, let's go to the back. Let's glue this on. It's all inked and ready to go. Oh, hubby's got the coughs again. I don't know why. I'm going to stick that upside down for a minute while I work on... Oh, yeah. I think I've got plenty of other golds that I think we could put on the bottom. I want it to be predominantly gold. I thought it was going to go cream, but I see myself going a different way here. So let me see what I've got we can put on the bottom. This is what I call my gold basket. Basket of gold. I'm looking to see what I have that might look cool down there. I have some golden cream, which I think would be perfect. Oh, you know what I have? I just got more of it. This one. Maybe. Let's see how that works. We'll look at that in a minute. What was I doing? Oh, let me finish this side before I go any more on the other side, because otherwise it's going to be too hard to decorate, right? So I better do this. All right. There we go again. All right, right. My stomach should not be growling. Well, I had to go. He told me not to eat. He was going to have me do blood work. Then he changed his mind. So we quickly grabbed something to eat, but we didn't have, we sort of had brunch at 11. But I'm hungry again. It's like 2 o'clock. Time for a snack, I guess. I'm hungry. I did get a treat because my hubby was so proud of me for getting myself out of bed and down the stairs for the first time in 8 days. I was actually able to walk down the stairs. I've been out of bed, but, you know, get dressed and hair and makeup and go to my appointment and not skip it and go down the stairs. So he treated me to a Starbucks coffee. For those of you who have Starbucks where you are, yum. So, yeah, I got a treat. Decaf, of course, but we only get that once in a blue moon. We used to do it monthly. I don't even do that now. I've been so good. But we decided we needed a treat for both getting out of the house today, for pulling up our big girl and big boy panties and going to the big city. Because, you know, the traffic is crazy. They built a new roundabout, which we don't have much of here in California, at least not in our area, on the highway going out of town, which is really a 2-lane country road. And they built this roundabout. And, oh my gosh, it's so scary. We almost got hit. Oh, I was praying all the way. I had those angels looking after us. I was scared to death. I don't like stuff like that, you know. I don't understand it. I couldn't figure out how to do it. My hubby understands. You know, he drove the big trucks for his company to repair them, but he did a lot of test drives and stuff like that. And he had a Class A license, so he could drive any kind of vehicle, any kind of big, giant, big rig. So he knows the laws very well. You have to have a special license for that. So you have to take a special test. So he's telling me, no, you go on the left, and you do this, and you do that. And I'm like, I'm glad you know. I don't like this. We still almost got hit. So I was like, I want to go home. But I made it through. I didn't cry. I was good. He's laughing at me in a nice way. Like, honey, it'll be okay, I swear. I'll take good care of you. I know, but what about the other person? He goes, well, you're right. I can't control them. I just got to really watch. I finally had to close my eyes. I was like, I'm not going to watch. I don't want to know I'm getting hit. I was a drama queen. Oh, well, you know, we all have our days, right? I was having mine. I should have cut this a little longer. Oh, well. Maybe I'll put a bow or something down there. Put something down there. Kind of like this kind of coming up a little bit so you can kind of see the little flowers above. I think that's sweet. Okay. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Coming down the side. Ooh, that catches your eyes. That's going to make for a pretty pouch. Really, a purse, a pouch, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Should I put a handle on it? Maybe this is what I'll put maybe this will get a dangle too or something pretty. I know someone asked me to do it on camera. There's really nothing to it. It's not difficult. I think I've done them on camera before. Can't remember. I thought I did make some. I think I did a video on it way back. You have to realize I've been doing this for over 3 years. I have almost 500 videos, so it's hard for me to remember or know what I have. It's not like there's an easy list to look at. They don't give us like easy, where I can find a video super easy. I have to scan all 500 videos visually, and it's a big pain in the... Come on, you. Stop it. I'm mad at you. My glue has been so good. I always say, oh, I don't have problems with glue. I did it to myself. I jinxed myself. I just want this on there good, so it doesn't come up or rip off or any of those fun things that can happen. Okay. How are we? Okay, let's do this. Have I got them all? No. I think I have them, and then I go back and I don't see any glue there. So maybe it's just absorbing it right into the... Sometimes the laces will absorb your glue. Let's see if we like this one. Oh. Technically, this is going to be the bottom, but this is the bottom over here. So let's see what we have. I think I should have bought more of this. I just love this. I use it all the time. Oh, yeah. That's pretty down there. Doesn't make it so gold, but it does put gold there. I think we could add some pearls to it, maybe. Or should we go gold down there? I don't know. Let me grab my gold stuff. Uh-oh. All right. I'm just busy throwing lace on the floor, don't mind me. Okay, let me look here. I don't know if that's gold enough, right? So let's see what we have. Oh my God, just stop saying that, Lori. Now I'm driving myself crazy. Do you ever do that? Pick up a new word that drives you crazy and everybody else? Oh my goodness. No one's mentioned it or anything, but I feel like I say it like too much. It's becoming a slang word, and I'm too old to be using slang words. Oh, I like that. What do you guys think of that? I like that. Let me see what else I have. What about this one? Is this the one I can't get anymore? One of these I can't get anymore. Yeah, this is the one I can't get anymore. I don't know if I want to use it. It's limited. Could use something different on each side. Let's do that too, so that it's... I didn't mind it at the top because I really feel like it's opening. You see it through both, right? So I just feel like we needed to do that. There I go again. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Oh, that's so pretty. I only have that little bit. Oof. I mean, there's maybe a yard here, maybe not. I like to use it on smaller tags. That way I could use it, have more of it. When I use it on a big thing like that, I'm like, ooh, maybe not. And I know she doesn't have any more, my supplier. I'll have to ask her if she's going to get it in or if she's completely sold out. She might be sold out of it. I was able to get more of this one. So let's look at this one. I was thrilled I was able to reorder this. So because we're an Etsy shop, we can shop in other places that, unless you have a wholesale, you can't do. So I won't tell you where they were because you can't do it anyway. You just got to get them at our shop. I like that on the bottom. I'm into gold right now, you guys. I have this thing for gold. Crazy. Gold, gold, and more gold. And I can't have enough. I don't know. It's crazy, right? All right. Really like that on there. I really, really do. Just got to figure out where to cut it out. Cut it off. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess it really doesn't matter. Let's see if we can do it right here. I had a couple messages. Let me see. Let's make sure everything's good. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that everybody's okay. They're having lunch out before they go apartment hunting for their appointment, so that's cool. It was getting late in the day. I was thinking, man, those girls got to be hungry by now, having a really late lunch, but everybody eats at different times. You know, we're not all the same, so. What can we do here? Okay, why don't I glue that on? We'll find something for that flower one, right? And see what we think. I just love this. So, how am I going to do this? Put it on this, maybe. I've got to stop sanding this up. I really need it to be... What I do is I put some glue on it. Then I go back, and you saw me lift up where it's not glued. I just use a little glue to start to get it to stick on there where I want it, and then I go back and I glue whatever needs to be glued down. Does that make sense? I hope so. There we go. There, there, there. Okay, let's go like that. Then, now, this is the way to do it. Then you go back and you lift up where you know the glue will be, where you know there's going to be lace, so you don't see the glue on the page, because this glue can dry shiny, and that's the only thing I don't like about it. It doesn't always. A lot of times it will take a little bit of ink if you want to, you know, like dull down. But then a lot of times I just go over it with the eraser and take the shine off of it, and it's fine. You know, if it's sticking up over it, or I've gotten crazy with the glue and put too much on in the wrong place. Okay, now let me turn this over. Now with everything, it may be that I'll look at this and I'll add more. I always want to do the base for at least get most of it decorated for the video. And then a lot of times I look at something in my camera lens or photo or video, and I see what it's missing. Like I know it needs something down the side, but I don't know what it needs. And I feel like it's going to need other things, but I always want to get now this goes this way. We've got that down the side. What do we need here? Let's put this away because I don't want to lose the pin for this. Where did I just have it? Oh, it's up here. Oh, that's not a good pin. Let me get a better pin. I like these longer, bigger head ones. It's easier for the laces, so I went and bought a bunch on Amazon. Okay, so let me put that on there. Now, what else would we want on there? There's possibly that one. We have this one. How would this look? Could do a regular lace. Now, I don't know which is the top and the bottom. Sometimes I use my hand to feel it. Yeah. That's pretty. Or we could go this way. Yeah, it's the bottom. Maybe we'll go this way. Oh, look at the flowers on that. Isn't that pretty? It mimics these flowers. These are like little daisies on here. I don't know which is the top and which is the bottom. I'm really going to have to look in the light. Oh, I think that's the top. But let me get it cut right, and then I can play around with it. I think I found the one I want. Okay. I invested in some gold laces because I just use it all the time. It's like a nonstop thing for me. I absolutely adore lace, as you know. Lace and pearls. Oh, lace and pearls. I'm your girl. Bling, bling, bling all the way. Okay. Yeah, that's the back. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to put it on the page. I need to fill up my bottle because when it's not full, it takes forever. Plus, I feel like it has a bubble. Oh, as soon as we got outside today, you know, I haven't been outside in over a week. I have the windows open and stuff, but whenever it's cool enough, we open the windows. But as soon as I went outside, I started coughing and sneezing, and my throat closed up, and I went, oh my goodness. We are having the worst allergies season ever, and I'm not the only one. From what I hear all over the world, everybody's like struggling with their allergies. It's not just us here in the U.S. A lot of people are like, what is going on? But it's all that rain we had. Okay, come on now. I can do this. I know I can. Every time I think I've got the right side, I go, no, that's not it. So I'm cutting some stray threads. All right, I'm going to go this way. Right or wrong, this is the side I have chosen. I have spoken. I'm going to have to add more glue. You know what? I think this glue is just cold from the air conditioner. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to pull that down a bit more. It's just not sticking at all. Well, I'm concerned about my bottle of glue. Okay. Put it in my lap, see if I could warm it up. Yeah, that glue you just saw me put on there didn't work. I'm trying to get enough on there. A few sirens today. Sounds like an ambulance. We saw several transport ambulances on our way to San Jose today. I was sort of surprised. Not really. Our hospital's gone bankrupt, so, or going bankrupt. They're trying to get it sold to a outside group. Won't be a public hospital anymore. It'll be a private hospital. I don't know the pros and cons of that, but we've always been a little community hospital funded by our taxes, but through mismanagement, it's gone bankrupt. So we don't have any medical care here. We have to leave town, really. I have a GP here, but all my specialists are out of the area. Have to go south one way for the cardiologist, and everybody else, we got to go north to the bigger city, to the big city. If I needed to be admitted, I probably would have to go up to the big city, because I used to be able to go to the hospital here, but we don't even have any regular staff. We just have traveling nurses and doctors. Crazy, right? I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact. It's a bummer, because I love our hospital, and I used to love all the nurses and doctors. A lot of the nurses that worked here were kids that went to school with my kids that had become doctors and nurses. It was so cool. They took such good care of me. They were so sweet. I remember when I came in, they're like, Mrs. Chandler. Many of the kids had done sleepovers with my kids. And we took them to prom and parties for birthdays and all kinds. You know, if their parents couldn't drive them home, I picked them up and took them home. For the working moms, because I was an at-home mom who worked at home. Not all the time, but a good amount of time. Yeah, that kind of covers that bottom part that I was worried about. That's kind of separate here. I'm going to stick some glue in there too. There we go. You know, a lot of them are teachers now, or they're nurses or doctors or x-ray technicians, blood work. They do your blood draws, so they're phlebotomists. So it's fun when I go in and they're like, hi, Mrs. Chandler. How are you? I went to prom with your son. And the worst part is my son always took a different girl. He was one of those guys that he didn't take a girlfriend. He always took a girl that was not likely to go to prom. He was such a sweetheart. He'd pick a girl that, you know, he liked from class or something. He wasn't like head over heels or anything. He just would think they were a nice girl, and they didn't have anybody to go to prom with. So he would take them to prom or a dance or a ball or whatever. And so there was always a different girl. And there were probably 3 to 4 dances a year for 4 years. Gosh. That meant a lot of different girls who remember me, but I don't remember them. I'd have to pull out the pictures. You know what I mean? I don't even know where they are. Look at that. That came out good. Kind of had this little dangle here that you see on both sides. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think I'll go ahead and seal the sides now. When you look in, you really don't see this. I mean, I could cover it, but what should I cover it with? Should I just stick a piece of paper in there, or some scraps maybe? Scrap paper? What have I got? I'm looking around here. So you don't really see all this green. If you look inside the bag, that might not be very attractive. Let me see how much time I have. Oh, we're over an hour, you guys. Sorry. Okay, well, you know where we're at, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put maybe some digitals that I have of my original ephemera. So it'll be words like on the inside, or I'll put music paper in there so that when you look in, you see this pretty inside. And then I'm going to add something down the sides, and I'll probably add some pearls or some bling, something fun in there. So you've got an idea. We're making a pouch. If it hasn't sold and gone bye-bye, let me know if you're interested. I will show it to you in our next video. But, you know, there's always detailed pictures on Instagram of my work and other projects. So if you're interested and you're new and you want to see what else I do, I'm over on Instagram under Vintage Paper Girl. Not but Vintage Paper Girl. I am over on Instagram. here I am. Here's how you find me everywhere. YouTube, Laurette Chandler, the Vintage Paper Girl. It goes 3022, which is weird. They just started doing that. And then on Instagram, I'm Vintage Paper Girl. So, you know, if you need to find me, you know how to do that. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this gorgeous, and I'm saying it's gorgeous because it's Chris Lana's digitals that make it gorgeous, not me. And then a matching bag, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I can do a quick show of them for my next video or my next project. I'm not sure what the next thing's going to be. I may just do some tags or something. We'll do like a light, maybe we'll get prepped for our next, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll find something cute to make in our next video. And then we'll be on to next week, Christmas in July. So, and we won't just do Christmas. If I make something, I'll make one Christmas and one regular, so that you don't, if you're not a Christmas in July person, you will still learn how to make something that I'm making, whatever it will be, whether it's guest checks or tags or whatever we're working on. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. I love you all. You have a fabulous rest of your week or weekend, depending upon when you see this. And I will see you all very soon. Mwah! Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.